My sister always got away with everything. Lying, stealing, manipulating, our parents always covered for her. But the moment Mike slipped me the truth, I knew it was only a matter of time before her whole world burned. That's what my sister said to me, arms folded across her chest, her lips curled into that smug little smile I'd seen 1,000 times before. She said it with such fake sweetness that, for a split second, I almost thought she was trying to help me. Almost. But then my mother, sitting at the kitchen table with her cup of tea, barely glanced up before saying softly, "She's right." And my dad? He didn't even look away from his phone. He just muttered, "Yeah, maybe it's better this way." I stood there, frozen, staring at all three of them. Did they rehearse this? Was this some sick little performance they cooked up together in my sister's room? I could practically picture it, her convincing them, charming them, manipulating them, the way she always did. She'd been scheming like this her whole life, and I was the only one who never bought her act. Maybe that's why she hated me so much. So, I grabbed my jacket off the chair and said, "Guess I'll save you the trouble," and I walked out. Nobody stopped me. Nobody even flinched. My sister smirked like she'd won a prize, my mom looked back down at her tea, and my dad didn't bother lifting his eyes from the glowing screen in his hand. When the door shut behind me, I took a deep breath. And you know what? It didn't hurt. Not the way they probably wanted it to. I wasn't like my sister, desperate for approval, obsessed with being the golden child. I'd known for years that I was never their favorite. They tolerated me, sure, but love? Support? That had always been reserved for her. Still, it stung. Not because they let me go, but because of how easy it was for them. No hesitation. No, wait, let's talk about this. Just silence. That night, I crashed at my best friend's place. We opened a cheap bottle of wine and laughed about it, making jokes about how my sister probably thought she was queen of the family now. My friend shook her head and said, "Honestly, sounds like you're better off." And she was right. But deep down, I couldn't shake the feeling that this wasn't just random. My sister had been planting seeds for months, whispering to my parents that I didn't belong, pointing out how I was different. It wasn't enough for her to be their favorite, she wanted me gone. 2 days later, I realized just how far she'd taken it. They were leaving for a family vacation. Suitcases lined up at the door, my sister laughing as she barked orders, playing cruise director for our parents. I stood on the stairs watching her, and she made sure I saw her every smirk, every glance. She wanted a reaction. Finally, she turned to me and said, "So, are you just going to sit here all alone? What are you even going to do without us?" I smiled, calm, unbothered, the exact look I knew would drive her insane. "Hopefully they take you to a hospital for the mentally ill on this trip," I said. "Maybe they'll even have a room for mom and dad." Her face turned beet red. Then came the screaming, the tears, the theatrics. My parents rushed to comfort her, glaring at me like I had just kicked a puppy. "You're so cruel," my mom hissed. "Why can't you be more like your sister?" I shrugged. "Because I'd rather be sane." And that was it. They left, and for the first time in years, the house was quiet. No insults. No games. No constant power plays. Just peace. I curled up on the couch with a bowl of popcorn, played my favorite shows, and for 2 whole days, I lived like the house was mine alone. Music blasting, dancing in the kitchen, cooking whatever I wanted, it was bliss. Until the calls started. The first one buzzed in at 10 a.m. I was flipping pancakes when I saw my sister